Well, hey guys, David here, and I wanted to make this video because number one, I'm very proud, and number two, I have a lot of people at my job ask me all the time, how the hell did you do this? Okay, this video is about how I managed to save 60 plus thousand, so a little bit over $60,000 in about a year and a half, and that is a tremendous amount of money. Me and Cindy, we worked really hard to get to this point. We're actually in about a month and a half now getting ready to buy a house. We're looking at a house right on the lake back in Texas, up in the Piney Woods area. We're really excited. We've been saving our butts off, and people ask me, how the hell did you save over $60,000 in a year and a half? So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is education. Education is the best thing. Like me, I make by myself between 50 to 70,000 a year, and that's with overtime if I'm really killing it. Cindy, my partner, she makes anywhere between 25 to 35 if she's killing it. So together, we can average about $70,000 to $100,000. But it's about education. I'm a nurse, she's a tech. And the thing that drives me crazy, especially these days, you see all these people, saying, everybody's got too much student loan debt and going to college is stupid, go be a truck driver or some crap like that. And education is not stupid. I wish I didn't go to college I didn't finish my degree till after I was in my 30s. I wish I'd have done it in my 20s, then I'd really be killing it these days. But I didn't do it until I was in my 30s, and that was my mid 30s at that. And education is the key. But the problem is, I make on average, just me by myself, not even talking about Cindy, I make on average $1,200 to $1,500 a week. That's after taxes and everything, $1,200 to $1,500 a week. I took out student loans. I still have student loans. I owe about $11,000 left. I've been paying on them for a long time, but I owe about 11 grand now. And but my student payment is only $156 a month. $156 a month. I make $1,500 a week, so I can easily cover $156 a month. So people that tell you don't go to school and all that, the problem is, don't get a stupid degree. Don't get a degree in history. I love history. History, a waste of time. English lit, a lot of social, it's not worth it. Get degrees, become an engineer, an accountant, nursing, the medical field. Anything in the medical is great. Me and Cindy both do everything in the medical field. So the ability to save has a lot to do by your income. You need disposable income that you can save. The other thing is, I know a lot of people, Dave Ramsey's really popular. And one of the things that Dave Ramsey talks about, which some of his advice is good and some of his advice I think is stupid, about his taking cash and put it in the envelopes. Cash is a waste. If you want to save money, get away from cash. You have to get away from cash. Cash is so easy to you just spend it like it's freaking nothingness, man. If I had $100 on my debit card and $100 in my pocket, that $100 in cash in my pocket will be gone within half a day. Cash is a waste. The way me and Cindy do it is we have and another thing, get a checking account. Get away from these stupid cards that, your money goes on the card and then you get paid on the card. Get a checking account. Get a checking account. Get away from all that stupid fee, in case, all those cards that you get, my paycheck goes on the card. Millions of, tons and tons of fees. Get you a regular stupid banking account. There's tons of banking accounts out there. Mine and Cindy's accounts are free checking. As long as we keep a balance over $800, we're good to go. And that's easy to do. So one of the things that me and Cindy do is we keep our finances separate. She has her own, we have a joint savings account, and then we have our own checking accounts. But we bank at the same bank. So what it's easy for us to do, we do all our stuff online. So what it's easy for us to do is when we're in the process of saving, if one person gets a little low by before the end of the week, before the next paycheck, we're able, like, I'll transfer 50 bucks to her, or she'll transfer 50 bucks to me. And that way it's easy. You don't have to worry about going down and taking out money in the ATM and cash and all that. It's just stupid. So get away from cash. Cash will make you broke. Secondly, you like have to learn to live on, like what me and Cindy did is I make the most money, Cindy makes the less money. And we were paying $1,300 a month for rent, electric bill, phones. My car was paid for. We had to buy a new car because Cindy's car jacked up, but we was able to buy not a crazy expensive car. We bought a brand new 2018 with payment and full coverage insurance combined. Payment was less than $400 a month. So that all worked out. And then we worked fast to pay it off. Like we bought that car in 2018. Here it is right at the beginning of 2020. We owe less than $10,000 on it because we made extra payments and stuff like that. So we're paying that off. We'll have that car. Like right now, I have the money in the bank right now. I could totally wipe that debt out. The only two debts that we have is my student loan, which I owe about $11,000 on, and then our car, which we owe about $10,000. That's $21,000. If I wanted to, I could pay all that debt off right now, but I'm not going to. And the reason why I'm not going to is, this is another thing that Dave Ramsey talks about. Oh, become debt free, get your stupid credit score down to zero. That's the retardest thing. Don't do that. That's stupid. So I have two debts. I have the car and my student loans. The reason I'm not paying them off right now is because every month I make a payment on them, it just keeps my credit score going pop, pop, pop. So when I get ready to buy that house in another 2 months, I've got that as a credit score. Now, when I get ready to buy the house, if they give me a hard time and say, oh, well, you got too much debt, bam, I got the money in the bank, pop, pay them off, be done with them. So that's why, because we're looking at a house around the $200,000 range. That's why we saved $60,000. $40,000 for the 20% down, so we don't have to worry about PMI and all that crap. And then we'll have $20,000 left over, and we'll have that in our emergency fund. So when we buy the house, we won't be totally broke. So, and of course, we'll still be working and everything like that. So the best thing to do is live on one salary. So what we did, since I make the most money, what we decided to do is Cindy would pretty much pay the bills, and I would save as much as I could of my salary. And the thing about it is, that's how we save the money. And what we did is, when it comes to bills, like I would pay all the bills, every bill. I don't care if the bill is not due to the 20th of the month. On the first of the month, everything would be paid. I'd pay the rent, the car payment. Since I do everything online, you can go onto your lender's website and you can pay it and even set the date. So I would just go in there, pay. So everything's paid up, and I would know everything was paid for. So then I would say, okay, now I can just bank and save. So that's what we did. But the thing about it is, even though we saved this money in this relatively short period of time, it's not like we didn't live our life. While over this 18 months, while we were saving, we still had fun. We went on a trip to Durango, Colorado. We went to Mesa Verde. We went to Four Corners. We did a whole big, huge tour of New Mexico. Went to every place in New Mexico: Ruidoso, Red River, Santa Fe. Blah blah blah. We went to Houston twice. Went down on the boardwalk, stayed right there, had a really great time. Went to the hill country. Went to natural rich caverns. We still lived our life, but what we would do is, say we wanted to take a trip, we still continue saving, but then we would save an extra couple $100 pay period over here into a separate account. And then when we reached, our goal to go on our trip, we'd go on our trip. But we still continued saving. So it's still like we still lived our life. I'd say the main thing that we didn't do is, that a lot of people do is, I didn't buy stupid AirPods. I still have this. I didn't buy freaking $200 shoes. I buy my shoes mostly at Walmart. Buy most of my clothes at Walmart. When it was time for us to buy a car, we didn't go down and buy a freaking SUV that was $50,000. We bought a normal small car for less than $20,000, brand new, off the lot. So, if you want to save money, you can. You just have to quit trying to keep up with the Joneses. You got to actually be smart with your money. You got to, like I said, have a checking and a savings. And what I would do is, once I get paid, I would just move a certain amount of money to that savings account. And once it was in the savings account, I looked at it like this. Once it was in the savings account, it was invisible. I could not see it. I could not touch it. And that money is there, and that's it. So if you want to save, that's how you do it. And you can do it, but number one, you got to have education and you got to have a decent job where you make decent money. Because if you're making minimum wage or you're working at Walmart and you're making, $200 a week, yeah, you ain't gonna be able to save 60 grand in a year and a half. And another thing is you got to have a partner that's on the same page as you. And I tell any guy right now, I'm 45 years old. Cindy is 35. She's 10 years younger than me. But if you meet a woman and she expects for you to pay for everything as soon as y'all meet, I don't care how hot she is, get rid of her. You got to have a partner that's on your same page. If you don't have a partner that's on the same page, you're screwed. And it's me, it's Cindy. We have my daughter who's 7. And another thing that I want to talk about is Christmas. And I want to make a separate video about Christmas. Even though Christmas just passed, this is the thing that drives me crazy about people at Christmas time. Christmas is a child's holiday. I don't care what you say. Everybody's like, oh, I love Christmas trees and crap. It's for kids. Santa Claus, Rudolph, Frosty, elves, all that BS. It's for kids. I work every Christmas because it's freaking double time. I make the money. I work Thanksgiving because it's double time. I still, I work nights. I still able to spend the time with my family. But boom, I make the money. Because money, if I'm saving to buy a house, I ain't going to freaking worry about stupid holidays. And Christmas is a stupid holiday. So what me and my wife do, I don't spend no money on her. She don't spend no money on me. We got a 7-year-old daughter. We buy my daughter, like this year, like last year for Christmas, total. For my wife, me, Zoe, and my mom, we spent a total of $500 on everybody. That was it. This year, because we're right at the end of our savings, getting close to buying our house, $200. That was it. We didn't buy anything for anybody else. I didn't get no presents. So Zindy didn't get no presents. My mom, well, we bought her one little thing. But for Zoe, we spent $200. That's it. She's 7. She got us some toys. She's happy. So Christmas is a freak. And when I seen on the news where people said, oh, people spent $4.5 billion. Oh, my God. That's why everybody's broke, living paycheck to paycheck. Dude, I'm 45 years old. I haven't lived paycheck to paycheck since I was like in my 20s. And the reason why is because I've always been good at saving. I don't like being broke. I don't like, oh, I can't get gas in my car. I can't, buy this. Like Cindy, we had a medical emergency a month ago. Cindy had a really bad impacted tooth. We don't have dental insurance. But that's why I like having money. It costs $1,500. So we went there. The dentist is looking at us like, oh, these people ain't gonna be able to pay for shit. And he's all like, yeah, it's gonna be $1,500. I was like, okay. I was like, can you do it today? And he's like, oh, yeah. And I was like, all right, get it done, man. I said, here's my card. Let's go in here and pay for it. Bam, bam, zip, zip. $1,500. Do it. Bam. Cindy's good. No more pain. No more swollen face. No more impaction. But that's because I have the money. I just pay it. Screw this paycheck to paycheck bullshit. I have the money in the bank, bam, taken care of. Money is king. I would rather have a stack of cash in the bank than, ooh, I got AirPods, or ooh, I got Beats, or ooh, I got a new iPhone, ooh, I got a new Xbox. Grow the freak up, man. Live your life like an adult. Quit being broke all the time. Ooh, I drive a brand new truck, but it cost me $2,000 a month in insurance and payment. Oh my God, you're an idiot. So anyway, this is my rant. If you want to save money, follow what I said and you'll be great. Live on one income, live below your means, screw cash, have a checking and a savings account, and live on one, especially if you have a partner. If it's by yourself, just say, okay, these are my bills. How can I save? Like I wasn't always with Cindy. I was like, how can I save? Okay, I make this much money. I pay all my bills, and then I bank the rest. And that's just the way you do it. So this is David. So as Zizzles, make sure to like and subscribe. For all my people that watch my Forest Fin videos, I'm still planning on going to my new location. I'm just waiting for the snow and the weather to get better. Probably won't be able to do it until either the end of February or March, but I'm still planning on doing it. So have a great one. Bye.